to theme number 2. 222 piece. Here we go. So we thought it might be fun this week. Last week we talked about aprons, right?
Yes.
And this week we're going to be talking about placemats.
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited. I mean, it's I don't know about you guys, but we put a turkey in the oven yesterday. I know it's way close. My mom's like, by the time Thanksgiving rolls around, you're just going to be a turkey. But we did, just because we had to make room for the new turkey we bought in the freezers. We're like, maybe we should eat last year's. And I just felt like entertaining a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. A little
bit?
Yeah.
All right.
So I feel like the holidays, I feel like entertaining. Yes. Laura, my husband loved the bikini. I can't bear to put it away, so it's sitting on my desk at work, and I'm not ever taking it home because I love it so much. I'm a little worried where he would stash it.
He would bury it.
Yeah, he does not like skeletons.
Oh my goodness.
Just doesn't.
That's too funny. Well, we are talking placemats this week, and so each of us have come up with a different placemat to share with you. Now, let me give you a little side note here. I did not make a pattern for my placemat today. So if you would like measurements, write this down. Okay. Because I did not want, but this one is so simple. This is your basic placemat, but there's a very special reason why I chose this placemat. And I'll wait till the end to tell you why. Okay. So a lot of people would love to make placemats. Oh my goodness. What's going on with that hair there? Oh, weird. Okay. Anyway.
Tell her she's beautiful. I've been trying to tell her she's beautiful.
I don't know. Something's weird going on. But anyway. So there's no pattern. So if you want to write down these measurements, it's really super simple. And I kept it simple for a very special purpose. So like I said, I'll share that with you in a minute. But let's take a look at what my placemat is today. Let's see. What?
Marianne, Johnny B would love to hear the no pattern idea.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
He would. Okay, so here's my placemat for today. Very simple. But look how pretty that fabric is.
Yes.
And then on the back.
Oh, cute.
So pretty, right? So in fact, I had so much fun with it. I made a little matching coaster to go with it too.
Cute.
I used like my leftover scraps from
I never thought of making a coaster, but what a great idea.
Kind of fun, huh?
Just don't have enough room.
Exactly. So you've got the placemat and you have a matching coaster. Ta-da!
So cute.
And it's reversible. So if this side gets dirty, flip it over, right? Yes, very elegant, Judy said. Yeah, it's kind of a elegant look on Christmas, or this really could last all winter long. Alicia said it's screaming for embroidery. Yes, for sure. That would be one of the reasons why this placemat is also kept very simple, is so that you can embellish it however you'd like. So an embroidery would be perfect. So what I'm going to share with you today, I just realized I don't think we put this on the deal of the day.
If you will all be very...
Do you want to go grab your computer?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
We've been in a meeting all day today, so we kind of...
we literally walked in at 2:57.
We came in back here at 2:57. Kind of crazy. Okay, so yes, of course I would do a coaster, someone said, because it's just so cute. But if you could feel through the screen, there is foam in here. All right. This is what it is. This is the Kimberbell Flexi Foam, and it is about 1/4 inch thick, very soft, and very, very durable. And I love making placemats out of the Flexi Foam. I just love it because It's very durable. It's washable, so you can throw it in the wash, and when you're done with it, you give it a good press, and it just comes out so nice again. But it's soft. You can sew through it like butter. It's not a problem at all. And the other thing is, if you are using Flexi Foam, then in the Kimberbell Flexi Foam, you can get 4 placemats out of one package and 8 coasters if you were to do both of them together. So just a little side note there. All right. Laura said, I thought it looked nice and puffy. Yeah, it is. And Christina's asking why I chose the foam instead of the fusible batting. You could use batting, absolutely, but the foam just gives a little more oomph to it, if you will.
Okay. Yeah, I love how it feels.
It feels really, really good. And look how nice those sides look with the top stitching. Okay, so here's the measurements. Is it absorbable? Flora's asking. For the coaster, is it absorbable?
Like if you put a water that has lots of condensation on it, will the water...
it just washes right out. So
and,
I mean,
and
it'll
absorb
machine.
Into it.
Oh yeah, it'll absorb into it. Yeah. Okay, so you want, for each one, you want 2 fat quarters. All right.
Well, I can.
Janet wants to know the color of my nail polish. It's something. I'm sure it's called sexy brownie or something. I don't know. It's sorry. I don't know, Janet.
I've never met a brownie that wasn't sexy.
Have you ever met a brownie that wasn't sexy? Not me. So, it's some taupe color. Somebody asked me that not too long ago, and I swear I'm so boring. I use the same nail polish every time because it's just I'm not foo-foo. Like, well, not foo-foo is not the right word. I don't like bright colors. That's what I should say. All right. So Colette's asking, will it keep, let's see. What about washing the placemat? Will it keep its shape? Yes, it will keep the shape, and just give it a good press with an iron afterwards. You are good. You are golden. Okay. All right. So you're going to take 2 fat quarters, and I want you to cut them to be 14 by 18 inches long. So I used this, and I'm making a matching one, a coordinating one. So I'm going to use this. Isn't that pretty green? It's like a mossy green. And I'm going to use this. Okay. All right. This is from Christmas Morning, it's called, from Lello Boutique. So, all right. So what you're going to do, can you grab me the 505, please? Okay.
Be happy to.
There we go. Scalpel.
Gotcha.
I'm going to use 505 spray adhesive on this. And I'm going to spray my foam. So let's pull this down a little bit. Woo! Okay.
I love that smell.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, you cannot. Are you kidding me?
I do.
Okay. I believe you. All right. I'm going to turn this wrong side up so that I can place this down. And I actually cut my stabilizer, or my Flexi Foam, I should say. I cut it to be 1 inch smaller. So if the placemat itself is 14 by 18 inches, this piece of Flexi Foam, I'm going to cut to be 13 by 17. Okay, so 14 by 18, 13 by 17. Got it? 14 by 18, 13 by 17. Okay, I'm going to flip this over so I can smooth it all out. Now, for those of you who embroider, this would be fun to, like, you could do the clear blue tiles and do this. But I will tell you, if you do this with the clear blue tiles, you're going to want to keep the fat quarter at the size it is, and then quilt it, and then cut it out to the size it needs to be. So always start out bigger, and then you're going to cut it down. So it's this stuff that's okay. All right. Does that make sense? So you can absolutely do this on the embroidery machine. Yes, you're going to have to hoop this. Yes, you better just loosen your screw a lot to get it on there. Okay. So this is all smoothed out. I'm going to flip it back over. And now I'm going to take this second piece and, oops, excuse me. Let me take that back. I'm not going to flip it over yet. I'm going to keep this right side up. I'm going to take this second piece and put it right side down. Then I'm going to flip it over. All right. So that I have right sides together. Now, if you wanted to use like fusible fleece or like a thin weight batting, you certainly could with this same technique. Today I'm choosing to use the flexi foam because I just like the thickness of it. All right, so you're going to put right sides together. And then I don't have any pins here with me, but you would pin these together. Okay. Then at this point, whoops, let me straighten that out a little bit. Okay, now you're going to take it to the sewing machine and just sew all the way around. There we go. Okay.
Just all the way around right here?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So you're going to just sew all the way around on the outside. You are not actually sewing the foam. You are only sewing right outside. So what I do, and I'll show you this, I don't know if you can see it well on the sewing machine. So when I do it, but I'm going to bring this up a little closer. I'm going to have the foot and my needle is going to be in the center position. I'm actually giving it about a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And I just ride up that needle right along the outside edge of this. All right, all the way around. This is why you should pin this. There we go. All right. So any questions so far? I'm going to go all the way around, but again, I'm not sewing into the foam. I'm just sewing right outside the foam. All right. You also want to leave a small opening, maybe about 5 inches on one side, because you're going to turn it right side out. Now, what you could do also is you could mark this beforehand and then just place it in afterwards. I don't know. I just like having it at the same time. It's totally up to you. But the idea is the same, is that you are sewing a 1/2 inch all the way around. I just happen to like having my my flexi foam in there. All right. Can you follow me over here?
I sure can.
Let's head over to the machine.
Okay. Oh, man. Sorry, ladies. You have to look at this mug.
That's what I said the other day. I was like, oh, geez, that's not the best angle. Okay. There we go. All right. So I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to put this in the center position and foot up. Go up. There we go. All right. I'm going to start on one side, and I'm going to sew around.
Okay. Everybody, can you? I'm going to move you over here to this side.
Okay. I think one of my pieces might be larger than the other side.
Oh, well, that's a girlfriend problem we all have.
Really?
Seriously, knit on fabric.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Never mind.
Never mind.
Okay, all right, here we go. Let's do this. All right, I'm going to do a little back stitchy, and then now let's. Oh, I got to move faster than that. All right. Okay, needle down, pivot, move forward. Do you see how the needle is just I don't know if we can get up a little closer.
Would the edge joint foot come in handy
shy.
in there?
Yes, you could do the edge joining foot. Absolutely. Oh, hello. Allison, do you know what you just did? You made mine a feather stitch. You accidentally pushed the screen.
No, I touched
Okay,
it.
that's it. I'm locking my screen here.
Okay.
Because you never know when you're going to have small children come and touch the screen. Just saying. Or if you have an Allison in your life who comes by and touches the screen.
Everyone needs an Allison.
Everyone needs an Allison, absolutely. Okay, needle goes down. I pivot. But this is, yeah, all of a sudden the machine was doing a feather stitch. I'm like, what's happening? The machine is possessed. No, Allison is nearby.
What do you say?
I don't know about you and that Solaris. I'm a little worried.
No.
All right.
Too many buttons, too few brains.
That's right. Okay, there we go. Down and over. And remember, I started over here. So, okay. And I'll do a little back stitchy. Okay. All right, that's it, folks. Okay, so with that being done, I'm going to grab, where's some scissors here? Over here.
What she doesn't know is scissors are like a hot commodity around here. And if she finds some, they won't work. And she'll wonder who does the supply ordering. So I'm going to just share with you guys. It's Kyle.
Stop.
Kyle does.
Here we go. Let's, down. There we go. All right. There we go. Woo. All right. I'm just going to do a little cut. So we're just trimming our corners. Okay. Easy peasy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I like to do a little bit more around the corners. Okay. You can see I was not very even, but that's okay. Now, what I'm going to do is open this baby up. Let's see, where did I? Oh, see the opening? Ta-da! Hello, everyone. All right. And here we go. We're going to just turn this right side out. Hello,
It never goes that
my old
smoothly for me.
friend. No?
No, just so you know.
Okay. Well, here we go. I don't know. There's something about actually putting that foam in first that I think makes it go a little bit better. Okay, I'm just poking out my corners. I'm going to use the help of my little R&K tool and poke out the corners. Whoops! Or you could poke a little too far. There we go. I must not have caught that at the end. Okay, save that. And over here. There we go. All right. So with that being done, then you give it a nice press of the iron. Can you plug in that iron for me? All right. So you're going to do a nice press of the iron all the way around. And then the key to making this look really nice is actually doing some top stitching to it. Now, a couple things. First of all, remember that opening? We're going to fold it in right here around and fold this end. And then I simply catch it when I do the top stitching. All right, so very easy. Again, I fold it in and around the foam, bring this together, and I will catch that as I top stitch. All right, so let's talk about top stitching for a minute. Let's see. So how do you fix those pokies? I do that often. Yeah. If I took the time, I would actually go back. I would turn this right side out again, and I would make sure that I sewed the inside of that Tana. Now, I'm not going to take the time on that right now. I think I might be able to catch it. Let me get a little bit in here. If I'm careful enough, darn it. Let's see. I can catch that as I go. Okay. But really, if I were doing this for reals, I would turn it right side in again and just go around it. But I'm just going to kind of tuck that little pokey in, and I'll catch it on the end. Okay. All right. So let's go back over to the machine. And this time, this is what I want you, what's important I want you to see. I'm going to actually lengthen my stitch. It's at the default, it's a 2.0. When I do top stitching, I always lengthen it. And especially with the Flexi Foam, you should lengthen it. And I would even lengthen it as far. Oh, remember I locked the screen. I'm like,
so kids couldn't play with it.
Oh my
it is
heck.
child's proof.
Okay, there we go. I'm gonna lengthen it to a 4.0. Whoa,
that's quite a bit.
Unheard of, right?
Right.
And I'm gonna lock that screen again. Okay, just in case, you know. I'm going to start with my opening, and I'll use kind of the inside of my presser foot as my guide, and then I'm going to stitch.
You look and see if they can see them.
Yeah. Okay, down and around. There was my pokey, and I think it's going to be okay. I think I saved it. Woo! Maybe it went a little too far there. I'm going to back up. There we go. And go around. Now I could do it one more time. I always like to go twice around. This is where like a twin needle would be really nice, because then you'd have two parallel lines right next to each other that were perfectly straight and parallel. So you could use a twin needle on this. But here's another part of this. You could also go in by an inch, and that's what I did on the other one. So I did a double stitch on as my top stitch, but then I went in 1 more inch, and all I did was I used a ruler, marked my lines, and I'm going to, let's see, do I dare do this? I'm going to use the plate right here. Let's see if we can go down a little bit this way. There we go. I'm going to use my plate to help me with that 1 inch line. But again, I'm about an inch. If you don't want to use your plate, you could draw your lines on and do it that way. But I'm going to be daring and try this out. Okay. Aha. Don't you love it when it turns at the right spot?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. This is why you want to lengthen that stitch too, is because if you had it at a regular stitch, it would get really bunchy. But this top stitch, even at a 4.0, because you're going through so many thicknesses, it actually holds it really well. I'm almost done. And that is that. All done.
Beautiful.
Yay. So then I'll give it another good press. Come on over. And I would probably use some steam on this. Ooh, hot. Hot. Yes. But I mean, it just doesn't get any simpler, right? This is easy peasy. And if we look at the back, look how pretty the back looks. Isn't that nice? So it is reversible. Look at that.
It's so pretty.
Yay. And it's, like I said, it's very substantial. Where did our little setter go? That's weird.
Did it drop someplace?
It must have dropped. I'll put it on its side for now.
I'll unplug.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. There we go. There we go. So that's your placemat. All right, let's come back over to where we're traveling.
We're traveling.
Here we go.
We should do this with GoPros sometime.
With GoPros. GoPros attached to our heads.
Linda, the foam is not fusible. We used 505 spray.
Yes. Tana said, good project to play with the decorative stitches on your machine too. Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. But look how pretty that ends up being. And I like the look of having a 1-inch basting stitch. Well, for a 4 length on this going all the way around. So I will probably go back and do just one more row of stitching around here at the top because I like to do 2. But it's the extra stitching, that 1 inch around the border, that can make a big difference. And it is such a pretty fabric line. So, and now I have 2 placemats. Here we go. Let's see. Look how pretty those are. That can be for all winter long. And then I could have matching coasters to go with it if I wanted. So fun. Yeah, Kim asked, if using decorative stitches, would you use a walking foot? Yes, you definitely could. I would almost test those decorative stitches out first before I did it on a real project, just because the different decorative stitches will work differently with the foam. So, depending on how intricate those designs are. So I would do a little test stitch out on a scrap piece of foam first and see if you like it or not. Lynn asked, what size of fabric for the coasters? Great question, Lynn. I did 4 inches on the foam and I did 5 inches of fabric. So I cut 2 5-inch squares for the outside and the foam was the 4 inches. And then I just did 2 lines of stitching going across. I didn't go 1 inch further into it. Okay, so this ends up being a 4 inch by 4 inch is what this ends up being. The other fun thing about using the foam is it just gives it a little bit more of a quilted look, because those stitches go right in there into that foam and it makes it just a little poofier. And I use the same exact technique that I did on the placemat. I just, put 2 right sides together, put the foam in, sewed around it, turned it right side out, and there you go. Yeah, Marilyn said you could use charm packs. Absolutely. Great idea. And Tana, excellent idea. You could monogram the coasters. That would be fun.
Cute. Yep. Was thinking you could put lines all the way, little skinny lines. So
yeah, you could do lots of different things. So no, Linda, I would throw these in the washing machine. The Flexi Foam is machine washable, and when it comes out, you just take an iron to it with some steam, and it just lays out really nicely once again. So anyway, that's today's start to Placemat Week.
Yes, what a fun start.
I decided to start with something very simple. I had this idea that I wanted to do, and I thought, no, I'll wait for something else with it. I was going to do like a Christmas tree, a pieced Christmas tree, and put on here. And I thought, no, let's keep it very simple, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so this is very, very simple to do, but very elegant, as well.
Oh, look how cute. Debbie says, do one side Christmas fabric, one side Thanksgiving.
Great idea, Debbie. Yes. That's so fun. You could flip it, one side Thanksgiving, one side Christmas. We shared that kind of an idea when we did the aprons, the reversible aprons.
Yes.
And some of you did that. You did one side was Thanksgiving, one side was Christmas. So it was kind of fun.
Yeah, so cute.
Let's see.
Is the foam okay to put in the dryer too?
Foam is okay to put in the washer and the dryer. Yep. So anyway, that is theme number 2. 222. Now, this is why I wanted to share this really simple idea with you. I don't know if I shared this with you yet or not, but here is an inspiration idea. You could donate your handmade placemats to a good cause in your community. Meals on Wheels.
How darling. Oh, that's so darling. How exciting would they be to have their meal on a placemat?
Well, I was looking at the Meals on Wheels website, and our very own Debbie has done Meals on Wheels for years. She's been a driver for them, taking meals around to the elderly in the community. And for those of you who aren't familiar with what Meals on Wheels is, it's an organization that delivers meals to those who aren't able to get out of their homes or whatever. And so, I love that Judy delivers Meals on Wheels in Lubbock, Texas. That's wonderful, Judy. And so this is an idea, like if you, let's say you just have, lots of leftover fabric and you're like, I really want to do something, but I don't want to make a quilt, or, I don't have enough to do this or that, or maybe I don't have the time. This is like so easy.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun.
So easy to do, so fast. And you just do fun prints and you've got a beautiful placemat. And I got on the mealsonwheels.com website, and that was one of their ideas, was how could you contribute? There's monetary donations, lots of different ways to be of service. But this was one of the ideas, is to make a placemat. And
I just love that.
A handmade placemat.
Yes, I just love that.
That's fun. So there you go. There's your inspiration idea, everyone. I want you to think about that. And if you're wanting to give back to your community somehow, find your local Meals on Wheels and donate them there, or you can send them into their headquarters, or you can send them to us and we'll find them a home for them. Know that your efforts do not go wasted. Yes. Remember, your efforts do not go wasted.
Yes.
So whatever we can do to help get your placemats out to people, we will do that.
I think that is so fun. That makes me want to go home and sew up some placemats.
Just for fun,
yes, right?
Exactly. Christmas placemats. I mean, all kinds of placemats. So anyway, so guess what? These will be given to Debbie so she can deliver them to someone on her route.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Go. Senior Citizen Center would be perfect as well. Yeah.
Yep. Lynn, you're right. Just think of the smiles.
Think of the smiles on your face as you're making it.
Yes. Think of the smiles, even thinking about the smiles.
I know. It's fun. There was a quote that someone told me once, and I've never forgotten it. I think I've shared this with you before. But when a bouquet of flowers is given, the fragrance often stays on the hands of the giver. Do you love that?
That's beautiful. Yes, I do love that.
And it's true. When a bouquet of flowers is given, the fragrance often stays on the hands of the giver. And it just is so true in life. It always makes you smile. It gives you more purpose. It gives you feeling like you had something to contribute. And I think that would be a great way to give back. So there you go. All right. Lynn says twitchy nose. Yep. So, I love that. Norma said also did some veterans home.
Oh,
I love that.
And it's
Norma.
Veterans Week.
It is Veterans Week coming up, isn't it? So anyway, very, very fun. Okay. Here we go. Let me bring this up. So that is theme number 2 to get you started off for our placemat week. And let's take a look at what our special deal is. It's save 20% on Kimberbell Flexi Foam today.
Yep.
So, I forgot to do our little
thing
number 3, did he? Well, here we go. Let's do it. There you go. Save 20% on Kimberbell Flexi Foam.
Yep. It's on deal of the day.
Deal of the day. Remember, if you want to make these same placemats, one package will make 4 placemats and 8 coasters. Okay. So what was I going to say about that? Oh, as a reminder, the measurements. I wanted to tell the measurements one more time. I did, my outside pieces were 14 inches by 18 inches, 14 inches by 18. And my Flexi Foam I cut to be 13 by 17. So just 1 inch smaller.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Perfect.
Okay. All right. So there we go. That is, let me put up my thread number 3 somewhere.